Hey guys, welcome back to the channel on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Today we have the Nixon Regulus 100 meter quartz, and this is model number A1180-632-00. Basically, this is the gunmetal version. So as usual, we're going to open this thing up, look at all the features and functions, check out the build quality, wearability, and Lume, and then I'll let you know what I think of this very capable competitor to the G-Shock from Nixon. Also, make sure you check out my Amazon shopping channel for all of my favorite watches that I've reviewed on this channel, and be sure to visit my Teespring merch store, yada yada yada, you know the deal. Head on over to Teespring, buy a t-shirt, buy a mug, you know what to do. Both of those links will be in the description field for you. So here you go. Rather unimpressive outer watch box, but no big deal. Most watch boxes are branded, this one is not. And it's a little hard to open, as you can see. There we go. Now you've got an inner watch tin here, very reminiscent of a G-Shock, by the way. Nice little watch tin. You got the Nixon logo. If anybody knows what this logo represents, I would love to know, by the way. Nixon on the top. You got Regulus on the back. What does it say here? It shows you the battery, 5-year battery, 100 meter case, water resistant pushers. You don't want to operate these underwater, but they are water resistant. Adjustable LED, one of its coolest features, and dual chronograph, also another one of its coolest features. I have no real need to use a dual chronograph, but for those that do, it's got 2 of them. All right, so let's open this thing up. Here you go. As y'all know, I'm not a big fan of negative LCD displays, but so far as negative LCD displays go, this one is a very, very nice one. You've got a really good viewing angle. So right off the bat, I like the display, even though it is a negative LCD display. Pretty cool. All right, let me show you what you get in the bottom here. You get a manual, written in multiple different languages. There you go. It's pretty easy to operate, I have to admit, so you're really not even going to need the manual. You can also download a PDF version from their website, but it's actually pretty easy to operate, so you really shouldn't need the manual. You might want to consult it for a couple things, but overall this watch is really easy to operate, and it was intended to be that way. So let's go ahead and put up all the stuff here. I'll go ahead and put up the specs on the left-hand side screen, and then we'll talk about this watch. All right, there we go. You're looking at a 46mm resin case. It's 16mm thick. It's 53.5mm lug to lug. It's on a 24mm rubber strap with a lock and screw bars, and I'll explain that here in a little bit. You got a mineral crystal. It's water resistant to 100 meters, which is 330 feet. I was hoping it'd be 200 meters, but it's just 100 meters. You got a custom module. I have no idea what type of module they're using. They do state a 5-year battery life. Realistically, probably about 4. It does not have a crown, but it does have 4 pushers. It's got a stainless steel case back with 4 screws, and I'll show you an actual picture of that here in a little while. Of course, it's not windable. It is hackable. You do have the date on the LCD. You also have the day on the LCD. You have adjustable duration and brightness Lume, which is another one of its really cool features. You've got a dual chronograph, dual time, 3 alarms, 8 timers. The bezel is also stainless steel, and it is made in China. So interesting watch. Again, I've never really been a fan of Nixon, most of all because they're really just fashion watches, but this one is definitely not a fashion watch, guys. This was actually designed in conjunction with US SOC, which is United States Special Operation Command, and some Navy SEALs. It's got shock absorbing materials in and around the case. Basically all the features that a Navy SEAL would want, this watch has got. So it's definitely a legit tool watch. I mean, it's a legit tool watch. And I'm really impressed, man, especially coming from a fashion watch type of company. They did a fantastic job with this thing. It comes in 6 other colors and also comes in 3 stainless steel versions, all stainless steel, which you've got silver, gold, and black. And this also comes in 6 other colors. It feels incredibly solid. I mean, it is a plastic case. You do have a stainless steel bezel and a stainless steel case back. And let me show you that case back. It's actually a little hard to read because it's all IP blacked out. And before I do that, this right here, see you got the lock on the keeper, which is really cool. So when it's locked, the Nixon logo is flush with the keeper. Nice little attention to detail there, man. I like that. Makes it a little bit harder to get out, but not a big deal. So let me show you the case back. Again, going to be a little hard to read because it's all blacked out. So let me go ahead and put it up on the left-hand side of the screen here. All right, that's what it looks like when it's not all IP coded and blacked out. So there you go. What else was I telling you? Oh, anyway, so the case, I mean, you know, it's a plastic, it's a resin case. But you do have the stainless steel, like I said, bezel, the stainless steel case back. The plastic, you know, the resin feels nice enough. I don't know if it's actually rubber. I think it's some sort of rubber, actually. It's a rubber strap. You got a nice little keeper here, stainless steel buckle. Pretty cool. You got the Nixon logo right there. Let's go on the other side. You just got your, you know, your laser machined holes there. Now this right here, these channels are actually to get water away from your wrist, which is, you know, another little nice little detail you wouldn't have expected. And it looks like you have the logo down there, right there, the Nixon logo. You've also got those water channels on the other side of the strap. There you go. There's the case back again. Pretty cool. I mean, it's really a no-frills watch so far as it doesn't have a lot of like aesthetic design choices. Like, you know, there's nothing really on this watch that doesn't need to be there. As you notice, the pushers are on the left-hand side, so when you're wearing the watch, nothing is impeding your wrist. Like if you flex your wrist like that, just like when they put the crown of a watch on the left-hand side, a lot of Citizens do that, so it doesn't basically impede your wrist movement when you're wearing the watch. Pretty cool. So I guess what I'll do now is I'll go ahead and go through the functions of the watch, and I think you're going to like it, man. I really do. All right, so here's your mode button right here. So these are your different modes. You got your time, and if you notice up there, you can probably barely see it, but it says time. So whatever mode you're in, it's going to say it at the top of the display. Time. Now there are your dual stopwatches. Now you activate, stop, and start and reset each one by one button. So let's start this one, and they run independently of each other. Let's start this one. There you go. Now they're both running. Now if you notice in the middle, you also still see your time and date. So it is what, 1:14 Sunday, 9:15. So now these are running, okay? So you can actually get out of this, go into a different mode. Now these are your timers. Now if you notice the arrows in the middle are blinking, that's indicating that both chronographs are still running in the background, okay? Now this is your timer. You have 7 different timers. Is that right? Let me see here. I'm sorry, 8 timers. You've got a customizable, that's what the CU means. So you can actually set this timer to whatever you want it to be. And then you have 7 other timers that are presets. So there's a preset, and it'll say PR for preset. There's a 7-minute timer, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, and then an hour. And then you go back to customizable. Now the customizable is the only one you can actually set yourself. All the other ones are presets. Those are set in stone. You can't adjust those. So anyway, so there you go. So there are all your timers. Here's your alarm. Now notice the chronographs are still running in the background. You have 3 different alarms, okay? 1, 2, and then 3. And if you want to turn any one of those alarms on, you just press the top pusher. And you'll see the little Nixon logo pop up there. So that indicates that alarm 3 is active. And you'll notice that it goes away when I go to the other alarms. Alarm 1 is not active, alarm 2 is not active, but alarm 3 is active. Just press the button again, and it goes away. So there you go. Let's go back to 1. All right, now you're back in time mode. I mean, that's really it, guys. You have a couple timers, a chronograph, an alarm, 3 alarms, and then you go back in time mode. Now you can also have dual time. So this is my first time zone. I've set it for 6 hours ahead like it's in London or something. This is the second time zone, and it'll show up there time 2. I think it says T2 up there. And this is totally independent. You can set the seconds, the minute, and the hour totally independent of the other time zone. So if for some reason your time zone is, I don't know, 45 seconds different, whatever, you can do that with this watch, which is pretty cool. So there you go. So now I'm back to regular time. And also, you can also set what you want the display on the bottom to say. Right now, it says Sunday, 9:15. Or you can also set it to show the year. Most people probably show the date. All right, so let's go back to the chronographs. As you can see, they're still running. You go ahead and stop them. 1 press down there, 1 press up here. And then if I want to reset them, just press and hold. There you go. Reset this one. Press and hold. Guys, this watch couldn't be easier to operate, man. I was really, really impressed. Some G-Shocks are not this intuitive and easy to use. And I would much prefer a G-Shock over this, I just have to say. I wish this was solar powered. You know, I can understand it's not going to have atomic timekeeping. That would make it, you know, a lot more expensive. I do wish it was solar powered though, but a G-Shock is definitely still going to be tougher. This is going to be a tough watch. Don't get me wrong. It's got a lot of that, that material they use to, you know, insulate the case from shock and stuff like that. It's got those shock absorbing materials inside, but it's not going to be as tough as a G-Shock. So anyway, one other thing, the buttons are kind of hard to press. I think that was by design. They are a little bit hard to press, not a big deal. You don't want to try to operate them underwater. And guys, I mean, this is, you know, this really is a legit tool watch. I'm really impressed. All right, let me show you. Let me go back into timekeeping. All right. There we go. Now let me show you the Lume. Now the Lume is also adjustable so far as its duration and its brightness, which is pretty cool. So let me go ahead and kill the studio light. Let's kill the monitor. All right. Now the Lume right now is set at its brightest setting, and it's also set for 3 seconds. So there you go. Now if you notice these 3 little dots right here, that shows you how bright the Lume is. So I'm going to press and hold. Now you can do this in any screen, by the way. So I'll press and hold. You'll see them flashing. Okay. Now it's at the lowest setting, medium setting, and brightest setting. It's just that simple, man. And you can do this in any mode that you're in. Low, medium, high. Pretty cool. Now it'll also time out after 5 seconds. Now if I just press it now, you should see it's not flashing. So it's set to be on the brightest setting. Now you can also, let me turn the light back on here. You can also go into the display, in the settings, press and hold mode. That's how you set the watch. All right, so the LED, first thing that pops up, LED. Now this is the duration, 2, 1. And it shows you right there in seconds how long the LED will stay lit. So 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. That's it, done. And it also shows you over here, because you're in the LED mode, it shows you the brightness right there. So we get out of that, year, and it says set right there, year. You got your day, you got your month, you got your day, and you can have 12 or 24 hour time, and now you're back. And guys, that's it, man. And then you press and hold, and it goes out of adjustment mode. Now, if you notice, you always see, no matter what mode you're in, you always see the chronographs, the dual chronographs. So let me go into the chronograph mode. Let me start them again. All right. Now, if you notice, you can see them running. I'm in actually the timer mode. You can still see the chronographs running in any mode that you're in. Now, again, I don't have any real need for all these timers and chronographs. But if you're an athlete and you're at a track meet or a swim meet and you need to time multiple people, man, this is definitely the watch for you, man. So let's go ahead and stop them. Stop. And stop. Reset. Press and hold. Press and hold. I don't think I pressed it hard enough. There you go. Now you can also, if you're an actual Navy SEAL or in the military and you need to be silent, you can actually set it where it does not beep. So you press and hold, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see this or not. You can do this in any mode. See where the silent just popped up right there? So whenever I press a button now, you're not going to hear a beep. It would have been cool if they had included a red backlight, because that's much more visible at nighttime. And it's actually darker, and it's just a much better light to use when you need to be invisible. That would have been really cool if you could either alternate between the regular LED backlight or a red one. That would have made this watch maybe the ultimate, that and solar power would have maybe made this the ultimate tactical watch. Anyway, so you press and hold both buttons again. You can see right there it says silent. So you press and hold. There we go. Now you see it beeped and the silent indicator went out. So guys, that's really been about it for this one, man. I mean, again, this is a legit tool watch. I am very impressed. A lot of different colors, well built, just the features you need. Very easy to use, as you can see. So man, go out there and get it if you like it. I definitely like it. They also have a clear version that doesn't have a stainless steel bezel. I like the ones with the stainless steel bezels, and obviously they all have a stainless steel case back. But go out there and get one if you like it, man. If you want to get one, head on over to Amazon. This model is currently $150. I'll make sure to put the link in the description field. They're all going to be about $150. The stainless steel versions, I think, are around $250 if you want to get one of those. I hear those are pretty heavy. Again, you're getting all stainless steel case, stainless steel bracelet, but those are pretty heavy. If you know the weight's not a big deal to you, then go ahead and get one. But if you want one that's a little bit lighter, get one of these resin / rubber versions. So anyway, guys, as always, please like and subscribe. Make sure you click that notification bell. And until the next review, I will see y'all later. Take care. Bye-bye.